This is Terrance of Terrance Hill TV. I want to thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Terrance Hill TV, presented to you by WTV over the digital airways of YouTube. Yes, WTV, Epic Elevate the Vision. Let's do it.
Well, I hope you are ready for Epic Elevation, WETV.
Say no more, go get the bag, go get the cake, go get the cheese, and say no more. Say no more, say no more. Say no more. What's going on, y'all? This is Terrance. I'm going to welcome you to this episode of Terrance Hill TV, presented to you by WTV over the digital airways of YouTube. We're here to continue our series, and I'm going through a particular actor's top 10 movies. We've done two previous episodes of this. The first one was of Tom Cruise's top 10 movies. Then the second episode in this series was Eddie Murphy's top 10 movies. And today we are here to go through Denzel Washington's top 10 movies. Denzel's his name, but we call him Denzel. And I'm going to give his top 10 movies, in my opinion. We'll also give a couple honorable mentions. And then I'm going to name a few of his worst movies, in my opinion, because that's what we did for Tom and Eddie. So we're going to keep that same format. All right, before we get into the breakdown, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to be notified whenever new content is uploaded. You can definitely, you want to support the show, you can support with the super chat. You can also donate via Cash App at I'm in the Hills. Venmo is the same if you want to support the show. We definitely appreciate it. Please check out some other content. I have videos out reacting to the death of Joni Lamb. I also have a video out with, what's the future of LeBron James now that the Lakers season has ended. And I also gave a review for the new Michael movie. So please check some of those videos and reactions out whenever you get the opportunity. But nevertheless, let's get into this Denzel Washington's top 10 movies. It's tough. I mean, he has a lot. He has a lot of good ones, a lot of good movies, a lot of great movies. And so I had to really take my time and go through this list and, see, I know everyone is not going to agree with me, but this is my list. You're entitled to have your own. I'm going to go with number 10. I'm going to go with Out of Time. I love this movie. I love this collaboration between him and director Carl Franklin. Those two had previously worked together. I think it was Devil in a Blue Dress. They worked together before. But I like this movie. It's Denzel, Eva Mendes, Sanaa Lathan is in this. And he has this kind of weird relationship with Eva Mendes, who was his wife. And they kind of have this strained love-hate type of thing going on where he messed up. And Sanaa Lathan is kind of like his mistress, if you will. And she has like this whole life insurance policy thing that he shouldn't have got involved with, but he's a police chief and he's corrupt. And kind of similar to Training Day, except he's the police chief in this one. This is a great movie. It's a great kind of mystery, has a lot of suspense to it. I think this is a great movie. I really enjoyed it. I really love how he was trying to Dean Cain is in it also, and I really enjoyed how he had to kind of finesse his way through everything that was going on. Didn't make a ton of money at the box office, but it was still a great movie in my opinion. This came out in 2003. This is a great film. I mean, I really enjoyed it. It kept me on the edge of my seat. I thought he, really brought it. And I love how, because Eva, she knew something was going on. She knew something wasn't right with him. She was married to him, so she could kind of, pick up that he was lying. He was kind of keeping something to himself. And one of the funniest scenes in this movie was arson had took place, and it was trying to identify who did it. And the lady had gave a sketch. It was like spot on of Denzel's character. And I remember the lady was in the police station and she was like, it kind of looks like him. And Denzel was kind of looking all like, oh my goodness. And then the lady messed up and she was like, well, maybe it looked like him, kind of giving off this thing that, all black people look alike. But this is a great movie. There's a lot of stuff with the money. I remember one scene he almost got caught. He did something real clever on the with the computer, and it's a great movie. You should definitely check out of time if you have not, but I'm putting that at number 10. Number 9, even though I have this ranked at number 9, but this is still one of my favorite performances from Denzel acting wise, and this one is The Hurricane. I'm going with The Hurricane at number 9. He played a boxer who was wrongly convicted of murder, and there was a young man. It's been a minute since I saw it. Did Denzel write a book or something? And then the young man was interested in his book and came to visit him in prison. And then he was staying with some white people who were like lawyers that had like this nonprofit, and they helped him get out, but he had to go before the judge several times to try to make amends. But this is a very touching movie, definitely a tear jerker. If I'm not mistaken, this is based on a true story. This is one of his best performances, in my opinion. Like, he really brought it. I really like the tone of this movie. I really like what the spirit, the essence of this movie was all about. Kind of showed some of his days as a fighter. A lot of memorable lines that love was going to get him out of prison, that perhaps maybe hate had got him in there, but love was going to bust him out. It's a great movie. It's a great movie. I love the relationship he had with the young man. I love these people volunteered to help him, and he was able to get out. But it definitely took someone believing in him. It's a great movie, man. A really, really good movie. It's very, very touching. One of his best performances, in my opinion. Number 8. I'm gonna go with The Equalizer. I haven't seen part 3, but I love part 1 and I love part 2. I would probably give the edge to 1 as the better of the 2, but I love 2. 2 is really, really great. It's a really great movie. Love the mentorship he showed to the young man who was living in the same building as him on the second one. I love the ending, how he went home to his house and everything. But I say the first one. I'm going to put that one at number 8. Great story, a lot of action packed movie. Antoine Fuqua did his thing on the directing. It's a great movie. I love The Equalizer. Action. I love he worked at Home Depot, or like this home store. The relationship he had with the Mexican young man in the movie. This is great. This is just a great film. How he was kind of encouraging to this young lady who was hanging out at the bar, and the relationship he had with what was the lady? She was kind of like a worker. I guess she was like someone he had known for a long time, because she died in the second one. But yeah, this is a great movie. I mean, this is really, really great. A lot of memorable lines. He really did his thing in this one. So I'm gonna go with The Equalizer at number 8. Number 7 could probably be higher up on the list, but he's got too many good movies. I'm gonna go with American Gangster at number 7. This is such a great movie. There's a handful of movies every time they come on, no matter how many times I saw it, I'm gonna watch it. That's Scarface, that's Goodfellas, that's Casino, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. There's a lot, quite a few movies I could go on and on about. Mission Impossible, anything with Tom Cruise, who's my favorite actor. But yeah, no matter how many times I've seen American Gangster, I can watch it over and over again. Him and Russell Crowe, the just the back and forth between those two was great. You had Idris Elba, Common, Ti, a great cast. Cuba Gooding had a little scene in there. Just a great roster of actors in there. Great movie. I mean, this is really about Frank Lucas and the whole drug thing that was going on back in the day. Yeah, this is great. This is a classic movie. Great performance by Denzel. Killed it. I mean, he just killed this movie. I loved everything about it. Showed the whole thing with drugs and what he was doing in Harlem, and this is classic, man. Classic movie. Salute on this one. Number 6. I'm gonna go with number 6. This is a great movie. This is a classic movie as well. This one came out like in the kind of early 90s. And this one is with Denzel and Gene Hackman. I'm gonna go with Crimson Tide at number 6. It's a great movie. They were, I think, what, the Navy, right? The Navy ship, and there was this fight for power between Denzel and Gene Hackman. I mean, Gene's range as an actor was so great, and to have two titans on the screen together was awesome. Kind of seemed like Denzel was trying to overtake the ship a little bit because it's like mutiny. It was like you can be honorably discharged for what he did, but he was actually right in what he suspected was going on with the nuclear missiles and everything. And there was a lot of resistance from Gene Hackman and his team. But yeah, I mean, this is a great movie, very suspenseful, and from top to bottom, awesome film. Crimson Tide would be number 6. Number 5, yours truly had like a little teeny tiny role in this one. I was the student who was killed in the beginning of the film, and my death sparked the back and forth between the blacks and the whites in this film. And number 5, we are going with Remember the Titans. Yeah, this is a great film, another classic from top to bottom. He played a football coach, African American football coach, but he went to take over the school, and there was resistance about him being there. He had to work with the current coach, and pretty much had he lost the game, he would have been fired, and the head coach had to become the assistant coach. Great movie. This is a great movie, and so many great actors came out of this film. Another classic. I'm just happy I got a chance to be a part of it. Definitely a very moving film. Disney, they've had this run, where this was one of those films that they actually got right. They got this one right. What was another film? The one with Sandra Bullock. It's another great film. But yeah, I mean, salute on Remember the Titans. I really, have some memories about the production. I did my stuff, and the company that I was working with, my dad, rest in peace. Me and him also got a chance to be a part of this other production called Mama's Floor Family with Cecily Tyson, Queen Latifah, Blair Underwood, Erica Alexander. I got a chance to be on set for that one. This one's just kind of more of a photo because they had my picture on signs or whatever, but I got a chance to actually be on set for Mama's Floor Family. And I also got a chance to be a part of some episodes, maybe like 5 episodes of ABC's Resurrection back in 2014 with Omar Epps. But yeah, I remember that. And when I was in college, a lot of people identified and knew who I was based on me having a little small part in Remember the Titans. But yeah, this is another classic in my opinion. Number 4, this is another classic. I mean, the man's got classics. He's got a lot of good ones. Number 4, I'm going with Training Day. Alonzo. I love this movie. Oh, I can watch this one no matter how many times I've seen it. Anytime it comes on, I'm gonna watch it. Obviously, he played a dirty cop. I love the synergy between him and Ethan Hawke's character, Jake. Classic, just classic movie. And this one kind of shocked some people. Like, dang, Denzel, because he always kind of took him to be the good guy, right? But he showed you that he can get down and dirty whenever he wants to, and he definitely did that one in Training Day. I love the Snoop and Dre were a part of it. I love just the other characters. Eva Mendes was in this one also. I love the different characters that he had in this one, and just so many memorable lines from Terry Crews had like a little small part. Obviously, we all know about the King Kong line, but I like the other part a little more than the King Kong line. But yeah, y'all better walk away because I'm gonna burn this MF down to the ground. Like he was just like on one in this movie. uh, I remember he was like in the hood and the lady was walking by. He was talking like all that jam and no toast. Like pretty much like Antoine Fuqua said on the Rich Eisen show that a lot of that stuff that Denzel was doing was like freestyle. He was freestyling and he was just on one. So a lot of things wasn't on paper, but he was, able just to be himself and really bring a lot of things to life about this film. I love obviously, one of my favorite scenes is Jake saving the girl, which ultimately saved his life later on when he almost got killed by the Mexican guys. The him going to the hood at the end, him and Denzel having the fight scene, but pretty much like Denzel was like playing the guy for the entire day. This is a great movie. It's classic, and I love Training Day. I got that one at number 4. Quick recap: at number 5, we got Out of Time. Number 9, we got The Hurricane. Number 8, The Equalizer. Number 7, American Gangster. Number 6, Crimson Tide. Number 5, Remember the Titans. And number 4, Training Day. All right, number 3, we're gonna go to. Number 3 is another classic film. I think this one, a lot of people would love this film as well and feel like this is a classic film of Denzel's. And we are talking about Denzel Washington with Dakota Fanning, who they got a chance to work together again on The Equalizer 3. Christopher Walken, so Mark Anthony, so many great people was a part of this one. Directed by Tony Scott, and we're talking about Man on Fire. Yeah, another classic, great film. Uh, Love, his background. He came in as his bodyguard, ended up developing this great close relationship with Dakota Fanning's character, who kind of brought this softness out of him. He had a past of doing some things he wasn't proud of. Got hired to go in and do this job. Love the connection between him and Christopher Walken's character. A friend, someone that was kind of like family to him, and going in there, seeing the stuff that Mark Anthony was doing. Great movie. Great movie. He ended up giving his life for this young lady at the end. But yeah, Man on Fire is just amazing. Top to bottom, another classic film. I won't necessarily run through all of it. I'm sure many of you have seen it, but I got that one at number 3. Number 2, I really kind of wanted number 2 to be 1, but I couldn't put it at 1. But number 2 is probably one of the most meaningful films for me as an African American. Just seeing this film is just so classic, and I'm referring to Glory. I mean, Glory is just special. I was a big Matthew. What's Matthew's? What's Matthew's last name? Uh, I cannot even remember Matthew's last name because I was a big um, big fan of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Matthew Broderick, yeah, Matthew Broderick, and just seeing him go from Ferris Bueller to what he did in Glory was just like, oh wow, you know. So I love Matthew Broderick growing up. Michael J. Fox, you know, some of those guys I was really, really big on. But yeah, I mean, this is a great movie with Denzel, Morgan Freeman, great cast, great people. I mean, Denzel really showed out in this movie, right? He really, I love the duality of his character. I mean, he was kind of, I guess you can say, like a rebel and spoke up, outspoken, and remember him telling Matthew Broderick that he wasn't going to carry the flag, but later on he did. Him and Morgan have this exchange. We was telling Morgan about, since he got his promotion, he's been ordering people around. He was picking on the other guy who was the friend of Matthew Broderick's. This is a great movie. I mean, these black soldiers wanted to fight, but were not allowed to fight. They were not allowed to, even if they did want to fight, they didn't have the socks and proper shoes. This is a classic movie, man. So many great people are part of this film, and they just don't make movies like this anymore. They just don't. Oh yeah. My man directed this movie, Edward Zwick. Yeah, I mean he's one of he actually directed my favorite movie ever, and that is The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise. But yeah, that's right. Edward did direct this film. This is a classic. I mean, just so meaningful. And I remember, they went to the town, and the lady was yelling, "In soldiers!" The N word, "In soldiers!" And man, it's just so many memorable things that took place. I remember when they finally got a chance to fight, the way the war was, them being trained, them singing before they died. Just so many things in this film kind of move you to like tears, just to see the the beauty of this film. But yeah, Glory, man, at number two. It's just not number one. There's no way possible I can put any movie over this one, and this is why this is number one for me, for Denzel, and that is Malcolm X. I mean, he became Malcolm X. I mean, he just captured the spirit of Malcolm. Got a chance to see the story. Got a chance to see his relationship with the nation, his relationship with the honorable minister. Um, Elijah Muhammad. I mean, just amazing. This is an amazing movie. I love Angela Bassett playing his wife. She did a great job. The brothers, the guy who introduced him to Islam when he was in prison, the way he started acting later on and got jealous. They started calling his home and threatening him and telling his wife he's a dead man and get your hands out of my pocket, and just so many memorable lines from this movie. I love, even before he became a minister, the entire way he lived prior to that, and then Spike Lee had like a little small acting part in here as well, but he did a great job directing this movie. I think when they even got low on money while they was trying to make this movie, I think Michael Jordan, Oprah, and a few people kind of chipped in to help with the making of this film. But yeah, this is amazing. This is like A plus, one of Denzel's best. Probably, yeah, it is his best performance in my opinion. But he captured the spirit of Malcolm. And you got a chance again. I love also the storytelling. You got a chance to see a lot of things happen to him while he was in prison. That whole sequence was amazing as well. And then obviously him becoming a minister and how popular he got, and going to was it Mecca they went to, and getting a chance to kind of change a little bit and drink from the same cup as white people. Malcolm X was a great movie, great movie, and one of his best roles ever. So to do the entire recap, number 10, we got Out of Time. Number 9, The Hurricane. Number 8, The Equalizer. Number 7, American Gangster. Number 6, Crimson Tide. Number 5, Remember the Titans. Number 4, Training Day. Number 3, Man on Fire. Number 2, Glory. And number 1, Malcolm X. All right, I got 4 honorable mentions in here. I'm going to go with Antoine Fisher, which is a movie that he actually directed. And he did that's a touching story as well. The Antoine Fisher, amazing. Derek Luke, if I'm not mistaken, this is a young man's name who played Antoine, who didn't have communication with his family, was trying to, find his family. Denzel played this kind of mentor to him in the military, and I think Denzel was also like a psychiatrist, a therapist type character, and Derek would come in, or Antoine would come in for the counseling sessions, and was talking about his family, and Denzel invited him over, and they bonded, and it's a great movie. It's very touching. I remember when Antoine finally found his family. That's very touching. A lot of tear jerking moments in this film. But yeah, Antoine Fisher is a classic film. Not in my top 10, but definitely a honorable mention. I'm gonna go with one of my dad's favorite movies. I'm gonna go with Inside Man, another collaboration between him and Spike Lee. Was it Denzel? What's my girl's name? Jodie Foster. Yeah, so many great people were part of Inside Man, but the whole bank robbery thing, he classic, another classic film. Um, Again, I can't put it in the top 10, but it's definitely a honorable mention. I'm gonna throw there. Another one I'm gonna go with is A Soldier Story. That's a great movie directed by, was that Robert Townsend, if I'm not mistaken. And this is one of the few times, in my personal opinion. Look, if you're a rap fan, and two guys get on a track together, it could be Eminem and Jay Z, or whoever, Ludacris and Ti, whoever. You make a song together, and a lot of times these debates happen: who had the best verse on the song. Uh, when Nicki Minaj did the Monster song with Kanye and Pusher and everybody, and who had the best verse, and so this whole thing about who has the best verse on a song. And I even look at acting sometimes like that, like who had the best dialogue, who kind of brought it the most. And this is one of the few times in Denzel's career I think he kind of got out acted by someone. He's deceased now, who the guy who I thought kind of got him, and that was Howard Rollins, who played Virgil Tibbs on The Heat of the Night. He was special. He was special, and he brought his A game. But Soldier Story is a great film, and but Denzel brought it too. And I forgot. I don't even know the name of the guy who played like the sergeant in the military, but him and Denzel were about to fight. That's one of the most iconic scenes in the entire film as well. But I think Soldier Story is like the kind of mid to late 80s, but that's a great film. And then the last honorable mention, I'm gonna go with him and Ice-T had a film called Ricochet. That movie was fire. And Denzel was like this cop, and he was going through a lot of stuff. I remember they had drugged him, and I'm such a big Ice-T fan as well, but I love Ricochet. I think Ricochet is raw, is real, and is one of the roles that Denzel at that time definitely put on and did his thing. Now Denzel, and like I did with Eddie and like I did with Tom, I gotta name two or three of his worst movies, and we're gonna do that. The first one for me, I did not like this movie at all, at all. and that was The Preacher's Wife. I get it. I love Whitney Houston. I think Whitney Houston was the greatest singer of my generation, of my lifetime. I love her. I know Courtney B. Vance, who's married to Angela Bassett. I love Courtney as well, but I just couldn't get into the movie. I don't know. It was just kind of weird for me. I don't know. I think everyone's acting was good. I just didn't like the story. I didn't like the storyline. So I just thought it was weird. But anyway, I got that one as one of his worst movies. The next one, what's this other one? Let me go through his IMDb right quick. There's one other one. I have two written down, but it's a third one that I'm looking for. I thought Safe House was just okay. I love Book of Eli. That was a great movie. I could have put that one as an honorable mention. Deja Vu was pretty good. John Q. I like John Q. It was decent, but I can't put it like in my top 10. Fallen is one of those ones I really wanted to put as his worst, of one of the worst. When I was a kid, I hated that movie. Like, I walked out of the theater. I thought it was so bad. But maybe I was just kind of too young to understand it. So when I looked at it again, it was better than the first time I saw it, but I still just don't think it's like a great movie. But it's okay. I'm not gonna put it on the list, but it's definitely at the bottom of movies of his for me. What's this other movie I'm looking for? I think Unstoppable. I think Unstoppable would be one of the. Well, not really crazy about Unstoppable, but the absolute worst Denzel Washington movie I've ever seen. And I'm sorry, Denzel, forgive me. I didn't like this movie. And I don't, the cast was amazing. Meryl Streep was in it. I get the storyline. And actually, this movie, if I'm not mistaken, was a remake. I think Frank Sinatra had did a version of this film as well, but The Manchurian Candidate. And I get the concept of, I guess, psychological warfare and the stuff that soldiers go through when they come home. It's just, it just wasn't executed properly. And I think this is the absolute worst Denzel Washington movie ever, in my opinion. But those would be my worst. Would be The Manchurian Candidate, The Preacher's Wife, maybe Fallen, but definitely Unstoppable. So, but I'm definitely putting The Manchurian Candidate as the worst. All right, that is my list of the best Denzel Washington movies, his top 10 movies. I did a couple honorable mentions and I also named some of his worst as well. And we did the same thing, like I say, for Eddie Murphy and Tom Cruise in the series as well. All right, before we wrap up and get out of here, those of you who are watching, if you want to connect with me on other social media sites, you can go to Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, X, formerly known as Twitter and TikTok, all at I'm in the Hills. INTHAHILLZ. If you're watching on YouTube, you want to support the show, you can send a super chat. You can also donate via Cash App or Venmo at I'm in the Hills. INTHAHILLZ, not an S, Z. Also, you can donate via PayPal. You can send something to Double E, that's two E's, WTV101. Please check out my website, www.wtv.com. Again, that's with two E's. That stands for Epic Elevate the Vision, which is my production company. You can also check out my music website, www.inthehills.net. And again, that is with a Z, not an S, inthehills.s. Please check out my website whenever you get the opportunity. All right, those of you who want to, check out my music, I do have a couple songs that you guys can check out. I got new stuff that's on the way, so be patient. That's coming. In the meanwhile, check out the lyric video for Joe Jackson. You can find that right here on this page or at Terrance Hill Music. Now, I probably got a new song getting ready to drop in another week or two, and I definitely have an album that's coming this summer, so be on the lookout for that. And you can also check out my other song. This one was inspired by The Undertaker's manager from WWF whenever I was a kid, but you guys call it E. And this song is called Paul Bearer. You can check that out right here on this page, or you can go to Terrance Hill Music, but check out Joe Jackson and Paul Bearer whenever you get the opportunity. I would definitely appreciate it. And, drop a comment and leave a like on those two songs. All right, those of you who are watching, please check out the community section. I put up little friendly debates and polls where you guys can vote, let your voices and opinions be heard. Looking at live chat or comment section is a link pinned to our merch. Order some merch today. There's 4 brands in that store. Order something today. If you want to donate to the show, again, the Cash App and Venmo, or I'm in the Hills with a Z, and the PayPal is WTV101. If you're a Prince fan, go to Facebook, type in Purple Nation, join over 27,000 people where we celebrate the life and legacy of Prince. That's pinned in the live chat or comment section as well. New episodes of the weekly Top 10 Countdown are in the works. In the meanwhile, check out, I think it's like 18 episodes you can check out. That's pinned in the live chat as well. All right, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. We would love to have you be a part of this community here at Terrance Hill TV. All right, we just wrapped up this episode of Denzel Washington's Top 10 Movies. We have Eddie Murphy and we have Tom Cruise. Who should I cover next? I could go to Wesley Snipes. I could look at Samuel. Obviously, there's some actresses I want to get into. Sharon Stone, Demi Moore, maybe Meryl Streep. Let me know who you guys want to cover. Who, should I do a list to next? But I definitely got quite a few people in mind that we're looking at doing some episodes about to keep this series going. And then we'll go, not only do it for actors, but, music as well, and go through some top 10 albums and things of that nature and go through some discographies. But definitely, it's been a while since I've done those episodes on Tom and Eddie. So I need to kind of do this more frequent to keep the series alive and going. So we'll definitely do that. Again, you want to donate to the show, there's the Cash App. I'm in the Hills with a Z. I definitely appreciate you guys for tuning in and rocking with the show. Definitely check out those episodes. Tom Cruise's Top 10 Movies and Eddie Murphy's. Those are both pinned in the live chat as well. I really appreciate you guys for rocking with us. Let me know if you agree with my list. Where would you redo it if you wanted to put in your own order? Drop those comments in the comment section. But this is my opinion and this is my list. Did what I did. I thought long and hard about it, and that's the way I chose to rank it. And those are also the honorable mentions I gave and some of the worst in my opinion as well. All right, please, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. And hey, that's that.
And why mess up a good thing? And that's that.
I'm so high with no edibles. You ask how does it feel? It's incredible. And now I'm standing on my pedestal. Y'all got no morals, y'all unethical. I'm so high with no edibles. You ask how does it feel? It's incredible. And now I'm standing on my pedestal. Y'all got no morals, y'all unethical. I got a baby face, call it